Hi everyone. Here at the studio. This is going to be a short stream because I'm running on mobile and I'm just on my phone without any of my fancy stuff. So hopefully everything's working. So I'm working on some ScrapToons here for ScrapFest, which is coming up in a few weeks in Lansing's Old Town. For those who don't know, my ScrapToons are they are old encyclopedia pages. That's not the right size. That I make little funny drawings on. That's not how I had that planned. Whatever. So on the subject of these, this year's ScrapFest, which is July 11th ish, whatever that Friday is, and it's that Friday night and all of the next Saturday. Let's see here. Sorry, this is not my usual setup, so some things are not the way I like them. But anyway, to get back to the point, this could be my last ScrapFest for a while because since I'm putting more focus into my found cartoons, it's a lot of extra work to do these for something I can only sell at one of my shows that I do, which is ScrapFest. I mean, I could sell these at other shows, probably, but I'm enjoying just having a consistent one thing I do at events right now. So going back and forth, and I mean, it makes it, these are more work than my found cartoons. I like making them, but they're more work, and I don't have as many opportunities to sell them as I would like. There we go. So to go over how I make these is I take a page out of an old encyclopedia, or perhaps in some cases any book. I use a clear gesso on the paper. So what this does is this, you can't really see it here, but it primes the surface and gives it like a more of a tooth, as they say, to it, that allows me to paint and draw on top of it, and also helps make the paper not absorb the paint as much, doesn't soak through and all that. So this is what lets me draw on top of it. It's an easy thing to do. I'll look for fun, interesting photos and just kind of figure something out, but they're not always perfectly lined up like this one is. Sometimes I go back and forth about including the captions sometimes, and I get these out of an encyclopedia set from the 1960s, so sometimes there's let's just say rather not very sensitive entries when it comes to certain aspects of culture, so I avoid those. So what I'm doing here is I was just kind of blocking in some shapes, and I'm just kind of going back over and filling those in a bit more, using my Trusky Posca markers, which are great for this. Where is my test sheet? So this won't be a very long stream because, like I said, I'm at the studio and this is not always an ideal place for streaming. Also because I'm on mobile, I'm not on Wi-Fi or anything, and this is going to eat up my phone battery real quick. So, well, but I'm here and I'm working. I might as well at least do something here for a few minutes at least. So I kind of like doing these little like things in the backgrounds of stuff. I have to remember what color that is. That has not got color. I have a lot of Posca pens, so sometimes it takes me a while to remember what I was using. Pink maybe? Yeah, that looks close. And it really doesn't matter. The good thing about these is you can layer them pretty well on each other. And the upside of using the black and white backgrounds too is it helps make the colors pop a bit more. I'll use this one just because I have it handy. And I could either hit this with the hair dryer or just leave it alone, but I'm just going to leave it alone that dry because I got other ones I could do some layers on. I'm actually not going to make that many new ones because, like I said, since this is going to possibly be my last ScrapFest for a while, I don't want to really put too much time into making a bunch of stuff that I may not be able to use somewhere else. And also I was taking inventory and I already have over 30 pieces ready to go, and I was checking my sales stats from the last 2 years. I average about 10 I sell every year, so I think I have plenty, but I've already started a few here, so I'm gonna at least finish those up and not go too crazy. But like I said, I like making these. They're fun, but I like my found cartoons more, and they're more of a unique thing, and I've been focusing on just trying to only do those at shows to see how that goes. And I enjoy having the one thing to worry about. It has made the shows I've done so far this season easier. Curious to see how long my phone holds out. I don't have it plugged in because last time I did that it started overheating while doing this, so if I suddenly disappear it's because my phone died, but I should have at least another good 20 minutes or so. I was at about 80%. this doing this stuff does eat up the old battery, especially when I'm on mobile data and not using Wi-Fi. So do what I can. Almost did some game streaming last night. I thought about doing some Dead Cells last night, but when I got home I was just kind of beat and decided not to. I still may do something like that this weekend, but like do a thing where like I have to take every weapon I come across, you know, not just play it to play it, but like challenge myself. Or maybe I'll try I'm playing a lot of Balatro on my phone, and I can technically stream that from my phone to here, so maybe I'll try that at some point just for the heck of it, because I finally won enough hands where or games where I've unlocked the challenge mode, so that would probably make for some interesting watching. But probably not today, because I bet a lot of people may not be watching today, being the 4th and all, but who knows. Yeah. Okay, that one's good. So for some of these, I'll look if I come across a word. So like this is the entry for cayenne pepper. So I'm just, you know, just drawing a cayenne pepper. Because why not? Whoop, come on, focus. You can do it. So it's not always, you know, photos I find. It's a lot of times it's words, and I'll sometimes draw stuff related to the word or maybe not related to the word. Once the paint is where I want it, then I'll go in with like a ink pen and add, you know, details. It's rare that they're only paint, so I do some cartooning on top of it. My cap. That's not good. There you are. Kind of wish I'd had the revelation not to worry about more ScrapToons going forward before I bought a bunch of 4x6 mats for these, but whatever, they're mats, they'll be fine. I'll use them for something else. Not worried about it. It's not like I bought a bunch of canvases or something and then decided not to use them. I haven't decided what this is going to say yet, but I gotta get some white down so I can. So in these situations, I'll make it into a little comic type thing. So this is an example of one where actually this is kind of done. I just just thought this would be fun just to, this is a case where I saw the word. I was like, oh, I could have fun with that, and just randomly crossed out words. They're actually talking about comics in one part. Now I remember why I bought a new one of the lamp things I'm using to hold my phone, because the light is flickering here and there. That's why I bought a new one for home. Although that could be just an issue with power, I suppose, here at the studio. Wouldn't surprise me, it's an old building. The other reason why I kind of want to move away from these two is I can't necessarily really make reproductions of these because they're images from a different book, and that's the crap. I'm just got pain on me. They're sure they're not public domain. They could be, but I don't feel comfortable risking doing reproductions of some of this stuff if I don't know for sure they're public domain. So a one-off thing, you know, I'm okay with. But whereas with my found cartoons, I can make prints of those because it's all me. So and like I said, these are way more work. These are a multi-step process because I gotta find the page, rip it out, I gotta prep it with the gesso. I gotta let the gesso dry, which really you want to give it like a day for that. Then I gotta figure out what to do on it. Then I gotta paint it in layers, and then cut it up again, then mat it. So they are a lot more work than my found cartoons, but I do enjoy them. Let's see. See how this yellow looks, huh? That's more of that's an ochre. It's kind of a dark yellow. I don't like that. I don't know if you can hear that road noise out there, but that is a reason I don't do too much streaming at the studio, because it is very noisy outside and I can't always control the environment here. I'm gonna call that good for now. Thanks for watching. I know this was short, but I at least wanted to do something while I was here. And come see me at ScrapFest in a couple weeks. I'll be posting about it, and hopefully I'll see you there. Thank you.